Good morning. We're about to go out to LA Fitness in Fort Lauderdale. This is a gym that I have gone to before. It seems as if they've actually moved it and changed it up so it looks much better. Can't wait to check it out and see what it holds and see what kind of workout I can do. Fort Lauderdale is very popular with the workout crew, the people who are into physical fitness. So I'm assuming that the reason they had to change it is because there's a lot of competition. But as I said, I'm looking forward to actually getting out and doing something at this gym. One of the things that I wanted to speak about today is habits. What we do is we fall into either good or bad habits. You get off of work, you finish your job, and immediately you plop down on the couch and you start watching television. Immediately your hand moves toward that bag of potato chips or popcorn or whatever. And if you do that regularly, you will eventually form a habit of doing that regularly. So one of the things that we would like to talk about today is not only the bad habits, but the good habits that you can form. But today in particular, I'd really like to speak with you about the ways that you can change bad behavior or bad habits. You know, habits are not things that just happen to you. It's something that you've learned, it's something that you started experiencing, it's something that you do consistently. There are good habits and there are bad habits. You know, a good habit is waking up every morning and going to like the gym or exercising or eating right or doing the kinds of things that you know you need to do in order to make you happy and healthy. Unfortunately, are bad habits. Those bad habits include, you know, things like I was saying earlier. As soon as you sit down to watch television, to relax, you reach for a beer and nothing's wrong with a beer, or nothing's wrong with popcorn in moderation, or peanuts, or any of those snacks in moderation. But what you do is, instead of forming habits that are beneficial and healthy for you, you form those habits that may not be as healthy for you. I think that we would all do much better if we committed things to paper. One of the things that I realize is that if you don't write something down, you don't make a commitment to that thing. And candidly, it's not a plan until you write it down. It's just a hope, a wish, a prayer. So if I were you, if I wanted to change my habits, there are 4 things that I actually wrote down that I'd like for you to write on a piece of paper. And during this workout, I'll elaborate on all 4 of these things. The first thing you should write down is the words undesirable habits. The second thing is motivating factors. The third thing is triggers. And the fourth thing is change. Okay, so now since you've written down all 4 of those things, let's delve into the first thing. Undesirable habits. What we'd like to do is we'd like to form a list of all the undesirable habits that you have. So what that simply means is, if it's smoking, if it's drinking, if it's eating late at night, if it's not exercising, whatever the undesirable habits that you have formed over the course of your life, you need to provide yourself with a list of all of those undesirable habits, because you cannot change or break a habit unless you know what the habit is that you need to break. Okay, so the next thing that you should do is you need to identify your motivating factors. And what this simply means is that you identify the things that are motivating you to actually do what it is that you want to do, change the habits that you have. So one of your motivating factors, because of the things that we're doing, is that you may want to lose weight.
that means is that you need to identify the things that set you off, that cause you to do those bad habits. Let me give you an example. There are people who eat because they're stressed out. So that is a trigger point. So if you identify those trigger points, we'll have the ability to do something about them later on.